Welcome everybody. Welcome Giselle. I'm so happy today because today is the coronation of your wonderful journey as a coach, as a professional coach. And Giselle, you are introducing your coaching model. The model is already there, waiting for us with this beautiful image. So I'm very curious to hear your presentation, hear and watch your presentation. I know it's going to be also very inspiring for not just for us here today, but for many coaches who are intentional in promoting themselves as coaches, because Giselle is doing a wonderful job and she is committed to let her identity as a coach be known. So the space is yours, Giselle, and I'm very eager to
Thanks.
hear your
Thanks,
presentation.
Christina, for the introduction. Just before starting, a little bit about myself. I'm a former professional surfer. So in this presentation, you're gonna see a lot of the influence of the ocean and the sea, and that's why I have the waves here, you know, booming here behind myself. So it's about my model, my coach model, something that I developed in the last 1.5 years together with Christina, and how I connected that with my essence of human being, essence as a person, as an individual, and what I want to transfer to my clients, and what helps me also to be following or respecting the flow of my customers, my clients in the future. So I use the approach surf the self. And during this presentation, I will explain exactly what is the meaning of surfing a human, a person, and what are the positions of a wave, a surfer, the ocean. There are different roles, different expectations. So it's important for me to organize that because that's how I correlate the work as a coach. So, first of all, I want to share here some of my quotes, some of my observations that I did during my journaling period with Christina. So, I keep saying that the best surfer is the one that really captures the inner self of the waves, the ocean, and wait patiently for the waves to come. And why? Because I used to be seated in that ocean looking at the outside, and for hours, minutes, I was there waiting for the perfect wave to come. But I couldn't be in control of the ocean, so I couldn't control the waves. And by sitting there and reflecting and observing, I could use my maximum potential when the wave comes. So that is how I correlate my position as a surfer with the ocean with my clients. It's about observing, sitting patiently, looking and respecting the nature, because we cannot change the nature, but we can surf the nature and maximize with the way we use this nature, but without changing the future, without changing the person. So, by saying that, I use a lot in my coaching approach what I know MBA taught me. So, surfing and coaching has brought a lot of these elements alive. My vision statement is really about the flow. So, respecting that flow, respecting the human flow, respecting every single individual's flow, self, truth. And that's how I position myself in this ride and looking for an authentic connection with clients. The mission is really to partner with the individuals, with executives. I have a very clear target audience, which I correlate, and I really want to use this with a purpose minding, because I truly believe that purpose as a coach is important. And as an executive, I'm a global executive, I'm connecting that directly with my clients, which I'm targeting. And of course, this is just for strategic thinking, but I will be open to serve together with the clients that are looking for this for the coaching. Okay. And before continuing, I want to, as I have in my background, for you to observe that, how you correlate. For me, it means a lot, not only because I'm a surfer, but the waves, this movement of waves coming and going, and I look that as our life. Our life is like this, like it goes and return and gets potential to come back again and go back again. So that flow is what I recognize in every single individual, is our inner self is speaking, is our life happening, is the process of life happening. And that's what I want to help, or to partner with customers to understand their own flows, their own truth, their own moves, and the situation that they are belonging right now. So what is the model, how I position, how it works in fact. So the ocean I translate as the inner world of the client, as I shared in the image before. So is this vast mystery of each individual. So each individual has the calm season, sometimes some turbulent seasons, and the emotions that they have that brings them or makes them taking decisions. So it's really partnering with these customers the clients to understand the flow, the situation they are belonging in that exactly moment, and how that session, that conversation can help them to navigate through these waves. The waves are the expressions, the emotions that comes out there. So it carries all the energy, all the feelings, all the things that maybe cannot be in control or can be controlled, but only the client knows what are those emotions. So exploring that, being attuned, connected with these emotions, it's quite important. And lastly, the surfing, the real action, which is I correlate a lot with the presence of the coach. So as I said, we can ride the wave, but we cannot change the nature of this wave. We can ride wave, use the maximum potential of what that wave can promote, but it's not about us. It's about the ocean. It's about the flow. And we should be able to leave that space, promote that space of surfing, but taking the direction that the flow of that wave is taking. So we cannot change the direction of a wave. We can never change the nature, but we can ride it and explore and demonstrate together with the clients the best of the potential of the wave, right? Any questions, any comments so far? Like it's difficult sometimes to use the proper words, and sorry for the customers, clients, because I mix a bit, but yes, I hope I'm managing to transfer that. And if you want to place any questions, please let me know. So, how I position myself as a coach. There are three areas that I really want to keep in mind and reminding myself, especially to elaborate me as an individual, as a professional coach, which is the curiosity, exploration, to really be able to gain the confidence of clients, exploring the different attributes of each wave. The second one is to observe. As I said, when sitting in the ocean, one of the main things I used to do is to observe the waves, observe the flow, observe the wind, all the elements around that ocean. So it's not only about the ocean, but everything that goes around, and that we can connect with all the signals that clients can share. And the lastly is the partnering, because a surfer cannot surf without partnering with the waves, exploring its maximum without changing the nature. So it's really using the potential, or using the questions or our space to explore all the potential that that wave can offer, but also within the limits of the nature, and with the braveness of being able to explore all the limits and unlimited benefits that the client can demonstrate. So, your coach, the surfer. I position the coach as the surfer. Many people said, but the coach is the waves, the coach is, where is the coach? So, Of course, the client can surf their own waves, but in this case, is the coach riding together to demonstrate the flow with with the client. So we are the surfers. So what is about surfing clients' waves or clients' ocean? Is the essence of the approach of this model. So same for the surface. I cannot see the full potential before you're riding on it. So that's the space that is created between surfer and the ocean. So it's really the power of feeling the energy, the power of feeling the nature to maximize the usage of all these elements and make the session a combination of flow within the two elements, demonstrating presence, exploring the limits, and be curious and fearless. I use the word fearless because, surfers should be fearless. Otherwise, we don't put us out there in the ocean. We don't put us out there to face the waves. I know that's not about us, but it's about us being in that moment, being in presence, and be open to explore, to accept the power that the wave is demonstrating. So just like the surfer, we cannot predict the shape, the power, the wave. So before riding, so a coach cannot predefine the outcome of a session. Instead, we have to tune together with the nature, with the natural flow of clients to patiently observe and respond to what emerges. So it's something that cannot be planned before. It's a real natural connection. So, what to expect from that search on a session of coaching? And in my model, I also put a lot effort through my journaling, through all the learning, to be able to explain what is coaching. As we discussed before, there is a lot of people nowadays looking for a coaching session, but not all of them are so clear about what to expect. And that's why it made me even respond to myself, what should I explain? And in one line, how could we explain what to expect? So in my way is a safe space for you to share and explore your thoughts and emotions and goals. Is about active listening, so to capture the signals that customers, the clients demonstrate. It's a powerful questions that we utilize that helps the ride the waves of insights. And there is no pressure, there is no performance, there is nothing that we need to demonstrate or an outcome result that expected, but it's a partnering of a journey. So this journey is respectful journey between two elements, the rhythms that helps to explore full potential of every individual's ocean. Um, the target audience, as I put this picture is really representing the target audience that I'm foreseeing initially just for strategic and communications purpose, which are individuals and professionals across three generations, primarily women in a professional, looking for professional career growth or that trying to improve visibility in any kind of activity that are navigating transitions in career, are leading the team or looking for better collaborations with peers, or are looking for transformation on their life, their leadership style, and looking also for reinvention. So this is what are the areas that I'm using to promote how the coaching can support these individuals. And ideally, as I put here, the three flags is because I can promote and execute a coaching session in three languages. One thing that I created, and I want to share here quite quickly, it's not the focus of the coaching model. I think the coaching model is what I've shared already. I'm also believe that we should have very consistent content And as I said many times, I think all the process of the Sunlight Academy helped me to create a lot of content. All my journaling, I've been going back and exploring every single phrase, taking this content to really utilize that to explain my coaching model. But not only that, I invested to create and write my own book. It's pretty much, it's not about coaching. It's about my story as an executive, which is the target audience that I'm looking at to attract. So this book is in revision, so it's in progress. It's not ready. I had to postpone today the meeting that was about it, Christina. So I'm in revision of this book, but this book is pretty much a story of an executive and all my observations of the oceans that I've been going through because I'm in my global career. I had the benefit to work in 3 continents and work with more than 50 countries. So I used to take notes all my trips and I put these notes into a reflection. And now I created this loop career, which is a different model. It's not a coaching model, but it's a model to attract executives works in this loop, on this infinite loop, that at very many times in our careers, we need to stop, reflect about our direction. We need to stop and think about what's next. And for doing that jump, we need to learn, we need to put into practice, which means operate. We need to own this experience and we need to have a purpose to continue moving forward. So this is the loop what I came up during the writing of this book, which I want to really talk about it, the importance of reflecting your career, to reposition yourself, and to look for a coach to do this in partnership in a proper way. So this is one of the elements, and to take this and close the model, I ask, are you ready to ride these waves with me? So it's about if you feel that this call is really impacting the inner ocean of yourself, it's your flow is demonstrating that there is something that needs to be attuned, balance, equilibrate. So that's what I proposed me as a coach. So it's time for you to come and be open for us to ride the waves together. So this is a kind of a sales pitch that I'm going to use as a coach. And to close that, I want to share a little bit of the campaign I'm creating based on this approach. So there is a lot of things that I've been working on recently. I started creating this social media campaign using Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. It will be a second phase because I'm still holding LinkedIn for my main career as an executive. Uh, but with that, with all these elements, I created with an agency. So, what is my approach? What are my colors? What are the messages that I'm going to create? So we came up with a kind of identity. My husband did some photo shooting, so it's all homemade, nothing is special. But I'm lucky that I'm married to a photographer, as you, Christina. So and then I'm connecting all that to a link tree, WhatsApp Pro. So in order to schedule the bookings with the possible clients. So I just started this Friday, so it's nothing happening yet. But I'm targeting strategically women from 25 to 50 years, AB social class in Brazil. I decided to start Brazil. I'm not doing this in Italy nor in any other English speaking. I'm doing that in Portuguese because I'm coming from more than 390 people country, so why not explore my country and be able to work in the time zone that I'm not at the office? So that was the simple decision. I said I have a lot of people in that country. I have my reputation of being an international executive, so using these elements to attract attention and also being able to explain what's coaching and promote a lot this initiative, which I think it's something that I'm passionate about it, and I want to share. And as I said, there is a lot of confusion about what is psychologist, what is mentoring, what is coaching. So this is one of my posts. If you're looking for a psychology or you're looking for a mentoring, what is a coach? So I'm investing a lot to explain that. Um, and then let's see what will be the result. So it's building reputation first, then attracting clients, and then, of course, hopefully in the future, transforming that in my career A and not career B, as I call today. So we are all oceans, and what I want is ready to ride these waves together. That's my proposition and my model for a coach. Any comments?
Wow, congratulations, Giselle. Well, my first comment is congratulations. Just to share the fact that you are modeling a way to be who you want to be. So this presentation is not only that, well, it's not only speaking about you, it's speaking also for you and introducing a proactive way of being a professional in this field. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing also the introduction of your way of connecting with your clients, with your
Mhm.
prospect clients, with your audience. And I'm sure you will do that in a way that will expand because you have focused on a lot of important details. And it
Thank
was
you.
an amazing journey. I mean, I want to honor the journey that you have done since the beginning. You talked about, fearless, being fearless. That's what you have been since
Mm,
I met you, and that's what brought you here to develop and unfold not only the competencies but also the willingness to be seen in a way or another. And you have chosen the most professional one. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I don't like using this word fear, as you already gave me some feedback. But being fearless is about looking ahead. It's not about exploring fears. It's about a positive thing of not being afraid to transform that into something good and special and big and major and doing that properly. So I think it translates a lot about myself. I wouldn't start this course if I didn't have clear that I want to really make it happen.
Yeah.
So that's my fearless approach. It's like,
It's a courageous approach, actually. I would talk about courage,
yeah, yeah, courage. That's true.
and definitely it sounds and it
Yeah.
feels like you're doing this with your heart, with your core.
Mm.
Eva, Barbara, would you like to share something before we stop our recording today?
Yes, absolutely. Giselle, it's a lovely presentation, a great model, and you connecting or trying to find, a relationship between coaching and surfing. I think is just nailing it, on the head. Um, because really, for someone who would only enjoy the beach sand and not go anywhere close to the water, it takes a lot of courage to do surfing.
Yeah.
And absolutely, I see that it takes also a lot of courage, to go through coaching and to be able, to partner with your clients the way that you really want to or you really should. So yeah, it's a great analogy, and I can only see that there's a lot of passion. Once you're able to overcome um, the initial fear or apprehension, as you said, the fearlessness now launches you into a time of courage, and then there's the passion that keeps driving you and keeps making you continue. So I see a lot of linkage between the two, and I think it was a really well thought through plan. So thanks
Thank you,
for sharing.
Barbara.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and I would like to add about what was said, how really journaling and your path, Giselle, how it really modeled and shaped your identity as a human being and especially as a coach, and how clearly and in a clearly and inspiring way you presented it today to us. How amazing touch it can be from both fields, human and as well professional one here for coaches. So thank you for this inspiration and this deep touch of maybe the consistency of the work and especially the power of visual thinking, how it can really model and maybe make visible and material our thoughts in the way you did and in the way you represent it. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Eva, and thank you both for being part of this journey and peer coaching in both
Yeah.
sides. So it was really appreciated, and I'm available to support you guys. Keep supporting as far as I can. Yeah.
Thank you, Giselle. I also, just want to add this little thing. I loved the fact that you put your quotes because it speaks about you and you are signing every little bit of what you're doing, and this is precious. I mean, it's priceless for your clients and actually also for the coaches who in training or any other coach who is watching this video. You are using this space. You have been using this chance of this model presentation in the most appropriate way by allowing yourself to be seen and your coaching approach and your message to your prospect client to be seen and heard. So congratulations.
Yeah, I think that the whole process with Sunlight Academy with you, Christina, is a personal transformation. So as I said, like our journaling, our feedbacks, all the spectrum of transformation is also personal. So the way of writing this is also for myself, for me to see who I'm becoming, who
Yeah.
I am as a coach. And when I think about coach model, it's about my model, I want to be. So this is a confirmation. We need to keep repeating these things because otherwise we let it go, all the learning, and then we start moving in automatic. So yeah, I think this is pretty much the campaign, the content on Instagram. If you keep following, sorry, it's in Portuguese, but you can use the translation. But you see that everything that I'm saying are things that I've learned here at Sunlight Academy.
Thank you for saying that. It's exactly the purpose of what we're
Mm.
doing here. And the point is, I mean, you used it fully. It's not, I mean, because we offer it to every student. And when you start using it fully, then it brings the results. And it doesn't mean that you haven't gone through your initial challenges. I mean, all students, they go through the beginning with initial challenges, but you have really embraced
Yeah.
all the challenges. Absolutely. Thank you,
All right.
Giselle. Thank you again for your presentation.